Salinas made it, parked over there. It's like dead-end street. It looks like it's not going to be a problem with some no parking signs. Around the corner, just 1 block from here, there's a card room that I found. Why? Well, you know me, like playing poker. And yesterday I had expense $340 to fix the window on my RV. So somebody has to pay for that. And I hope it's gonna be good people of Salinas. Thank you ahead. It is another small card room. They have only, I think, 6 tables. It's called the Bankers. And right now, Poker Atlas says there's only 1 game. So I called and put my name on the list. We'll see how this goes. Here we are, Bankers Casino. Maybe there was a spot for me to park. It's tight, they wouldn't like me. I would take too much space. So I think I got a good spot. Maybe even for overnight. We'll see. I'm gonna play till I get $340 for the window. I'm not leaving. They had to give me their money. So it's 1 table. I'm on the list. We'll see what happens later.
I heard you. Yeah, call. I know. That's why I said call. That's why.
Thank you.
God dang it.
Thank you.
It's about close to 2 a.m. Played for 6 hours at the Bankers Casino. It's decent looking card room. There was all the time 2 tables. It is 1-2-2 game. 1 is on the button, and then small and big blinds are $2 each. Maximum buying 200, so hard to play with small stacks. I lost in the first 5 minutes 300, and that's how it ended up. So this is Salinas. Agriculture all around. Home and country of John Steinbeck, my favorite writer of all times. This is the location where most of his novels happen. Grapes of Wrath and characters he was writing, and struggle of families in a depression. When I read that, I was about just finished high school. I was stoned. For me, that was like years ago, I don't know, 40 years ago, I decided John Steinbeck, the best writer of all times. I made it to Safeway. That's the grocery store here. They don't have Albertson, Ralph's, Owens, none of that. So, let me tell you a story, a couple of hints only from last night to complete my stay in Salinas and Bankers Casino. I texted to a friend of mine and he said, You shouldn't play there. You shouldn't play there. The place called Bankers. There's no way you're getting any money out of it. It was close, but I didn't listen to the advice. Played for 6.5 hours till almost 2 o'clock. They closed at 2. So I left like 1:45 before end. My loss came from 2 hands. I lost about $300. Several hands that I won were so minor, couldn't recoup my money. The first hand, when I sat down, I looked immediately at the queen jack. There was a straddle under the gun, and everybody was calling, so I called. It went back to the guy that straddled, and he made it 24 more. I had to. But it looked to me like a raise for no reason, just a raise because he straddled. So I already decided I'm gonna call. 5 people before me called. I mean, 4, including him. So there's already a bunch of money in the pot. So I called. And the button calls. There's $200 in a pot. Flop comes 10, 10, 8. Okay. I have a gut shot. But I don't think that's gonna happen. And my big surprise, everybody checks, including the razor. So when I checked, I knew maybe mistake, because that was maybe my chance to steal the pot. There was only the button guy after me. Well, I played it safe. I didn't bet. Turn card, it's a 7. And big blind, bets 30. The guy, 2 seats on my right, called. And I called. I have no plan. I just know that pot is so big that I don't want to fold it. Hey, let me tell you something. Prices at this Safeway, robbery. Everything is twice than what I experienced in Las Vegas. Double. River card is an ace. Big blind tracks. Guy on my right tracks. I have nothing. I wish I can win this pot, because right now there's a 300 in it. And I can win it only if I bet. So I made it 100. I had about 150 behind, and I didn't want to go all in. That looks too obvious, like a steal. So I made it 100. Big blind folds immediately, because his $30 bet on a turn was too weak. The guy on my right goes to tank. He said 17 times. Oh, I'm sorry guys, I had to think about this. He thinks and thinks and thinks, and I cannot fold. So he calls, shows bucket 6s. So I lose there by 150, 160, 158 actually. That same guy got me later one more hand. There was a hand when I had 9-5 on a big blind, and there is no raise. So we see the flop, 9-7-5. So I have 2 pair, 9-5. I made a bet. This same guy that had pocket 6s earlier, he calls. Turn card is a deuce and brings a flush draw. I went all in. I had about under $50. He goes to tank deep this time, forever. Again, apologizing for having to think about it. I always want to ask them, what's there to think about? Shouldn't you know what you do in situations like this before you come to casino? You should decide that at home before you go and put your money on a table, and before you... Anyways, finally he calls. He shows ace-9. I show 9-5, 2 pair. The river counterfeited me. He got me for a second time. And those two hands, those are my losses. Oh, there's one more hand I want to tell you about. That was a weird one. When our table broke, we moved to a table where on my right was semi-drunk, semi-Asian, semi-Mexican guy speaking with weird accent, and I was not able to understand the word. Not that my accent is something fancy, but I don't understand the word. And he's drunk. But a nice guy. Smiles all the time, tries to explain something, but I don't understand the word. Comes a hand, I pocket aces. I made it like 16 pre-flop. He calls everything. Flop is king, jack, 6. I bet 30, he calls. Turn card is 4. I bet 60, he calls. River is 10. I bet 170. He starts whining and making faces, and he shows jack 10, 2 pair, and he folds. So looks like he was just scared of the amount, irrelevant about the hand. I show him ace. He goes, you have straight? And he's sweating from all that alcohol inside him. I go, yep, ace queen. I said, I raise pre-flop. Thank you for not busting me for third time. It was a fun night, but nothing special.
Welcome. Please scan your first item.
So that was all I tell you about the game at Bankers. It's a standard game, small card room. They have like I don't know, 5-6 tables, and also some 3-card poker, blackjack, restaurant. The food sucks. It looked awful even on the menu. And when I see what people plates are getting, I didn't want to touch any of it. Game is like any other game with recreational players. So, continuing my trip, and the next card room, maybe, I'm not sure yet what way I'm going, but it's San Jose or Santa Cruz. So, see you at the Felt.